Hey, what's up guys? MGH here. Welcome back to another episode of the Newcastle Football Manager series. Now, just before we get into the actual episode, I need to clear up something. I've been told in the comments that I'm a cheater and it's a little bit upsetting this. So I want to go ahead and explain what this is. There's a screenshot of my video here where around 3 minutes 14 in, you can see I have the editor open. Which means that you can edit the database, you can change player ratings, their contracts and all that stuff. No, I'm not cheating. I didn't boost any player stats here. As you know, I just signed Berg, the centre midfielder. I just signed him, new signing, really exciting. It gives the series something new. Remember, this is all about entertainment. And what happens? Very, very quickly after I sign him, I got a 7-month injury. And I was just so pissed off at the fact. And I wasn't having it. So I got rid of his injury. Now, I'm not saying what I did was right, but what I am saying is YouTube and a YouTube series like this is purely entertainment. Do you really think, if I was going to cheat, do you really think I'd be that careless? It looks bad, right? But honestly, I got an injury to my new star signing and I got rid of it because I've had too many injuries and I'm fed up with them. So I just deleted that injury from Berg and I left the editor open. I'm really sorry if you guys think I was cheating. If you've unsubscribed and somehow you're watching this video anyway and you don't think I deserve to be watched, fair enough. This whole YouTube thing is all about having fun and you guys, I'm hoping, are still going to enjoy this series. So I appreciate those of you who understand, and if you don't, that's completely cool. You don't have to watch. Let's get into the episode. Hey, what's up guys? MGH here. Welcome back to the Newcastle Football Manager save. I have played 8 games off camera, which I'm about to go ahead and show you highlights of. We are a couple of months away from finishing up and I've got 2 days to do it because of course Pez is out today, but I'm waiting for their squad update to come out on Thursday, so you can expect the series to begin then. Again, I'm apologising every single episode for almost rushing this because I really don't want to have to do PES, FIFA and Football Manager at the same time. It doesn't work for me. So we are trying to get this series finished. But I just want to remind you guys, I was going to do just one season. I wanted to do a second season and I'm doing it. I am finishing it. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this episode. Let's go ahead and have a look at these 8 games that we played, including the knockout stages of the Europa League beginning. Let's see if we can make it through. The first game was against Norwich and it was a 1-0 win. Joelinton with the only goal of the game. Very easy pass through, left foot finish. And Norwich were pretty smashed up after this game. I don't know how we didn't score more than 1 goal. Let's go ahead and show you the stats. It was 22 shots to 6. Yeah, somehow only 1-0. So going into the next game, which was Everton, I decided to go all-out attack. I wanted to play the high-intensity 4-2-3-1 as well. And boy, it worked. It really worked. 3-0. It could have been 3-0 in the first half. We actually missed a penalty that would have made it 3-0. But Amaron there making it 2 on the 28th minute. And it took us until the 71st minute to get our 3rd goal. And it was Joelinton once again. Nice pass through from Onyekuru. And he just smashes it through the keeper's legs. 3-0 against Everton. 2 wins in a row out of these 8 games. Now this one was a tough one. Europa League against Feyenoord. Very good team. And they actually took the lead early on in this game and doubled it, making it 2-0 before the break, which was a little bit frustrating to say the least because the goals were very, very soft. But we did score 1 goal straight away after half-time, and it's an absolutely beautiful goal. Tonali into Amaron. Watch this. Just boing. Oh, I love that. Just a pass into the bottom left corner to make it 2-1 there. And I was hoping I would come away with a draw, and that is exactly what we managed to get here with 15 minutes to go. Yedlin with the cross, and I made a sub. Dragus came on with about 20 minutes to go, and he actually got the equaliser. So we go into the second leg, which is at home, with a 2-2 draw. That's not too bad. It could have been worse. Moving on into our next game, and it was Doncaster in the FA Cup 5th round, and Joelinton once again was on absolute fire in this match. Brilliant goal there. Onyekuru had an injury at the time, hit the penalty right down the middle, which actually hit his leg and went out onto the other side of the goal, which was great. We then made it 3-0 after they picked up an injury and a red card, so it wasn't looking good for Doncaster. 3-0 down and down to 10 men. And then we made it 4-0 in the 73rd minute here. Shelvey over to Berg, into Joelinton, who gets his 2nd goal of the game in off the post. We are through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Who will we play though? Can confirm it is West Ham United we'll be facing. We've got Man United versus Man City. Massive Manchester derby in the quarters there. Bristol, the only non-Premier League team still in there, against Bournemouth. And then Leicester against Liverpool. So I'm hoping that... I think I'd rather play Man City than Man United. I don't know why. I think purely because we've struggled against United a lot more than we have with Man City. I'd rather then Bristol go through, of course, and Leicester go through. Just to make it a little bit easier for us. Back into the Europa League with that 2-2 draw as an aggregate score. And we wanted to get through here very, very early on. We wanted to get the goals early. And that's exactly what we did. Guys, what you're about to witness is a first half domination. It really was incredible to watch. Joelinton again scoring. He's so good at the moment as an advanced forward. 39 minutes in, we get a penalty. Onyekuru's our penalty taker. And he bags another goal there. And then the 40th minute, we make it 4-0. Foden through for Joelinton. You know what's going to happen here, guys. Another goal coming up for Foden. And it's a beautiful finish into the bottom right corner. Foden's in my first team at the moment. He is playing better and is better than Almiron, which is pretty incredible. I had Almiron playing at centre mid in the second half, which was an interesting one. A DLP on support. It worked really well. But all the goals came in the first half. So we are through into the next stage of the Europa League. A great 4-0 win. We then had Stoke up next in the Premier League again. And this time, we're not drawing against Stoke like we did last time. Dragus with the opener there, just 10 minutes in. We quickly made it 2-0 after that. Ritchie with a beautiful free kick into the top right corner. And then Stoke got themselves back into the game. Woods running through there, the ginger wizard, over to Timon, who goes ahead and whips in a beautiful cross from Mitrovic. But Dubravka should be doing better there. We then scored to make it 3-1, which was, well, it was pretty much game over at this point because I was dominating. I wasn't going to concede any more, hopefully. And as you can see in the top left, we didn't concede any more. Ritchie with another goal makes it 3-1. Then into the second half, going for the kill here, trying to make it 4-1. Little deflection off Mitrovic, a little bit unlucky there. And for some reason, the keeper thought he'd come off his line. So Masuaku scored one of the best goals we've scored in quite some time. Masuaku picks up a loose ball here as well. We're trying to make it 5. It's a really dangerous cross and it ends up falling in Foden's path. He taps it into the top right corner. 5-1 against Stoke. Fantastic result. Brilliant performance. Not sure if you've noticed, but we're actually unbeaten so far in 6 of these 8 games. Can we go unbeaten for the full 8 games? Well, up against Bournemouth, we get the 1-0 away win. Fantastic goal from Chancelloy there as well. It wasn't the greatest of games, but if I go ahead and show you the stats here, we are still dominating these games. 15 shots to 9 there, 6 on target to 3. We didn't quite score more than 1 goal, but we could have easily. So now we go into the last game of these 8 fixtures. 7 games unbeaten with just 1 draw in there. I was really hoping I could make it 8 out of 8 and stay unbeaten. And it was an absolutely massive game. Chelsea were in 5th. We were in 6th. If I won this game, we would go above them. And we started off well. And you can see the result in the top left corner. I wish they didn't show that. I wish you could tick hide. But we have beaten Chelsea 5-1. 5-1! We absolutely destroyed them in this first half. We're 2-0 up at this point. It could have been 3-0. We had a goal disallowed. And then we made it 3-0. Chancelloy, again, he's having a great time down that left wing for us. Then all the way into the 76th minute here, we do get another goal. Chancelloy on the ball, whips it in for Maria. Not known for his heading ability, but does very well there. Chelsea get their consolation goal. Bakayoko with a beautiful pass out on the right to Pulisic, who whips it in. And Batshuayi's not going to miss from there. But don't worry, there's still room for another goal for us. We'd already won this game, but I went on to try and get another one. And Iheanacho, his first goal in a little while. I must say it was nice to see him get on the score sheet. Completing a 5-1 win against Chelsea. 8 games unbeaten in 8. Very, very impressive form. And now we're going back into the live games and we're playing against our next opponents in the Europa League. Here is confirmation of all of those results that you just saw. Very, very good run of form. Actually, our run extends way beyond it. Look at this. I didn't even realise. So that's another 7 games. That's 15 games unbeaten. But now we go into our next one, which is AS Roma. Oh my God, and Tottenham in between. West Ham are doing well this season as well. It's going to be an interesting month, March. Hopefully we've got enough to beat Roma. It wouldn't surprise me if we struggle a little bit here, though. We do have quite a lot of injuries. We actually did it, guys. Second half FC, that's what we're now known as. Chancellor, beautiful assist for Maria, getting us the first goal of the game. 65 minutes in. Roma then equalised right after a poor defensive header from Lascelles there, who, oh man, he could have done a lot better there. Diawara finishes it. Good signing from Roma, that. But it wasn't over. Even though we're away from home, I was using the attacking 4-2-3-1 that I use with the high intensity. I brought on Iheanacho. I want to get him back in the goals, and he did, making it 2-1. Then Maria with a second attempt from a free kick that turns into a cross, and Iheanacho bags his second of the game. We are 3-1 up, but we couldn't hold on, guys. We still conceded another goal. Diawara out to Spinazzola there, who just hammers it. I was really disappointed to see that one go in because we played really well in this game. We really, really did. Iheanacho was man of the match for me, even though Maria got it. Maria was great as well, by the way. But a 3-2 win away at Roma. We now have a massive advantage going into the home game. Time for the Tottenham game now. Back into the Premier League. As you can see, they're in 7th place. We are in 5th. I can't believe we've actually climbed. We've done so well. This massive unbeaten run we're on has got us from 10th all the way up to 5th in just 2 or 3 months. It's pretty incredible. Chelsea right behind us, though, by a point. And then Tottenham, they're a little bit further away, but a win here for Tottenham would be absolutely huge for them. Up at the top, we've got Man City winning by 2 points. Liverpool could go into 2nd place, maybe even 1st place if they win more than 2-0. And Arsenal also doing relatively well this season. I think the top 4 is gone. I don't think we're going to get that. So right now, all I want to do is stay in that top 6 and try and get 5th because that's still an improvement. But up next, of course, we do have Tottenham. They are in very poor form at the moment. They have lost to Everton, Chelsea, West Ham, Liverpool. Oh my God, they've really had a tough run though. What a comeback. Oh my God, we were 2-0 down in this game, but I managed to recover it. It was terrible. This first half performance is one to forget for sure. We even had a disallowed goal. All of it was terrible. In the first minute of the second half, they made it 2-0. And I just thought, yeah, that's the game. Like, there's no way I'm coming back from this. We were playing so badly. Switched to the 4-2-3-1 high intensive. I wish I started on it now because as soon as I did that, they were all over the place. We got a little bit lucky there with a defensive error leading Joelinton straight through. And then we had a fantastic corner coming in. And somehow they haven't cleared that off the line. I don't know. But Joelinton and Maria getting the goals for us there. 2-0 down to come back to 2-2. That means we stay in the top 6. Well, we were going to, but Tottenham have not gained 3 points in us, which is exactly what we didn't want. This is it, guys. The big one. We have Roma at home. 3-2 up on aggregate right now. We can see in the other games going on. Chelsea, Copenhagen there. Bayer Leverkusen and Celtic 3-1 to Leverkusen there. In fact, I can have a look at this in a little better way. Let's go here. So, gosh, there are some good teams left in here, of course. I really hope a few of the lesser teams make it through because, let's be fair, if we really want to win the Europa League, which is, I think, pretty unrealistic at this point, we need the easiest draw we can get. But we also have to beat the best to be the best. So beating Roma is one thing, but if we do eventually come up against a Liverpool, a Chelsea, AC Milan, are they better than Roma? Maybe not. Lazio, RB Leipzig are up there. To be fair, Roma is a very tough team to play, so we've already had it kind of hard. I'm hoping that we get maybe a Krasnodar, maybe a Shakhtar, a Schalke, something like that in the next round if we go through. Let's do it. See, I feel really bad not showing you the entire game because obviously these episodes would be way too long. I feel bad, but today I don't because this is the most boring game ever. It really is. A 0-0 draw. I mean, even the stats will show you how boring this game was. Even though we had 26 shots, only 9 of them were on target. A lot of these shots I had were terrible. And Roma were really, really disappointing, as were we, to be fair. So a 0-0 draw. I might sound like I'm not happy, but I am, because we've made it through and we are going to be getting a strong team. I guarantee it in the next stage. We will have the draw very soon. I'm just really, really hoping it's not Liverpool. They've gone through against RB Leipzig there. Napoli have gone through as well. And so have AC Milan. Oh, God. But we're through. I'm really, really happy with our progress. If we get knocked out in the next round, I'm still going to be pretty satisfied with our run in the Europa League. And of course, we're still unbeaten at the moment. I think, that's 18 games now? Look, there it is. Newcastle's 18 games unbeaten from Wednesday, the 1st of January. I love how it's the first day of the year that this has been unbeaten since. It's brilliant. It's a new team record. Fantastic. This is what we've been waiting for. Let's have a look. So, Napoli will be playing against Real Sociedad. That's a very good draw. We then have Bayer Leverkusen against Copenhagen. Okay. So we could have AC Milan, Lazio or Liverpool. Give me AC Milan, please. Okay, please be us next. We're getting Lazio. We are going back to Rome. That's pretty interesting. So once again, an Italian team will be in the way between us and the semi-finals. It's official. Lazio. Okay, we got this. We've got this. We've now got the FA Cup draw. Of course, we've still got to play West Ham, but we do have Bournemouth, Liverpool and Manchester United in the draw as well. Bournemouth will be playing... Yes! Get in there. It's going to be us or West Ham. That's a good draw for us. I would take Bournemouth over Liverpool and Man United for sure. So that means we will be having a very tasty fixture. Liverpool versus Manchester United as the other semi-final. All we have to do is beat Bournemouth and we're in the FA Cup final. We're almost in the Europa League final as well. We could genuinely be there. And a top 6 finish in the Premier League. That is a very successful season. Really successful. I just wanted to check with 8 games to go, the leading goal scorers. We've got Joelinton there with 14 goals. He's in 4th there. 1 behind Aguero, but Lukaku is running away with it right now with 20, which actually isn't that high. Actually, I think we used to see strikers hitting 30, or at least 27, 28 plus. And more recently, over the last few Premier Leagues, we've been seeing teams sharing the goals a lot more. The Golden Boot last season was, of course, 22 goals, split between 3 players. So maybe 14 isn't great, but 20 is seemingly very good at the moment. 3 ahead of Aubameyang. It's always interesting to see how things are looking as we approach the last few games of the season. We've got Pavon being the best rated player, along with Martial and Lukaku. It seems Man United are dominating these lists, eh? Very impressive. Assist, we've got Chiesa. Pavon, though, is, quite clearly one of the best players this season. Very, very impressive. And look, Arsenal were the last team to win it. Are they going to win it again this season? It could happen. It could. But Man City and Liverpool do have a game in hand. And now we're going into that game against West Ham in the FA Cup. Oh, my God. We just won 6-0. I wish I didn't stop recording because I could just go back and get this bit for you guys. I always just stop the recording and then hit record when I'm about to show you the goals. I can't show you this now. This is my best game since I joined Newcastle. It's an absolute hammering. It was 5-0 before half-time. I've never seen anything like it. And West Ham put up a strong side, by the way. It was not a weak side, but we were all over them. From the first minute, we scored in the first minute. I cannot believe it. I'm saving this to my games folder. I think you can do that, right? You can save highlights. My best ever win was on stream, Arsenal against Crystal Palace, and it was 10-0, I believe. I scored 5 in each half. It was crazy, but this, I think, is even better just because it's the FA Cup. This is an incredible result. It really is. So now that we're through, we've got Bournemouth in the way, and then we're in the final. Unbelievable. Joelinton with 4 goals. I only just realised he got 4. Oh my God, what a game. I am saving this. How do you save it? Oh, there it is. Save match. Yeah, look. Arsenal 10-0 against Crystal Palace. Let's go ahead and save that. Holy moly, what a game. You're telling me that he didn't even get a 10 out of 10 rating. Joelinton scored 4 goals in an FA Cup quarter-final and he got a 9.8. He's getting praised, of course, because that was an incredible game. But a 9.8, he should have got a 10. We have another player that is running out of a contract. And interesting fact, I think I've said it before, but Freddie Woodman, I've actually met in real life. There's a long story behind it, but he is a Newcastle youngster. He's 23 in my game right now and running out of contract. So we definitely want to go ahead and give him a new one. Let's go ahead and offer him 8.5k. just bring these down a little bit. We don't need to be giving him too much, and we're going to just go ahead and suggest that. There we go. Finalise the deal. We just don't want to lose anyone for free. And yes, I'm probably stopping after this season, but just in case I ever decide to do a third season, we've locked him down. That's definitely the safe thing to do. Well, we have West Ham again. We beat them 6-0 in the FA Cup. Can we do it again? I mean, if we do, West Ham, they'll just have to go into administration. They'll have to dissolve as a business and a club, because that would be totally embarrassing. It would be hilarious at the same time, though. I'm going for it. I'm going all-out attack. My high-intensity 4-2-3-1. We're at home. Let's go ahead and smash West Ham again, who are currently in 8th place. I mean, it's not quite 6-0, but it was 4-0. They got a red card in the second half, and we scored 2 after that. We were only 2-0 up. It definitely didn't help things. Just saying, though, Joelinton scored 4 against them before. You might want to count how many he gets in this game as well. It's pretty hilarious. Joelinton clearly likes playing against West Ham. 2-0 up there after 39 minutes. And then into that second half, as I said, they had a red card. We actually scored another goal. It was a penalty that we missed, so we didn't score another goal. We almost scored another goal, so it could have been 5-0, which would have been brilliant. But Joelinton on 2 goals, and then right away after that... When that went in, I just thought, yeah, West Ham, you should probably just stop. Just give up. 4-0, Joelinton with a hat-trick. He's well on course to be up there in the top 3 goal scorers. Maybe Lukaku will pick up an injury. Maybe Aubameyang will be out for a little while and we can win the Golden Boot with Joelinton. That would be incredible. Well, Chelsea are struggling, aren't they? They just lost 4-0 to Bournemouth. Tottenham have gone into 6th place there. We could be 6 points ahead of Tottenham. Wow, okay, 5th place is ours pretty much. It really could be ours. Just a couple more games. If we can keep this incredible run going, I will be amazed, absolutely amazed. It looks like City do have their title in their hands right now, but Liverpool are right there. They've got a game in hand and they could go top with a 3-0 win. It's going to be close, man. It really is going to be such a close race. But this is unbelievable. Chelsea just falling apart right when they really needed to stay together. But here is the schedule. And as you can see, I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. It really is. Absolutely ridiculous. All of these games, unbeaten. And this is what we have left. Leicester, Bournemouth, Lazio, Wolves, Lazio. Then Brighton, Middlesbrough, Arsenal, City, Southampton. And then maybe an FA Cup final. And maybe a Europa League final as well. Unbelievable. That is going to be the end of this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do drop a like rating. I would really appreciate it. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And I will see you for the finale of my Arsenal... Not my Arsenal. God, why did I say that? Of my Newcastle save. I will be saying that soon. A couple of months down the line after FIFA 20's out, I will be saying this is the finale of my Arsenal FIFA 20 career mode. But for now, thank you for watching this one. And I will see you next time.